be honest, I never thought I'd do that. You know, I was in New York when I heard Yardbird play live for the first time. It was with that cat, Charlie Parker. You know, that cat must have found his music in the ethers. You know, that place that sits right between heaven and earth, where the living could go up to it and touch a little piece of God. Charlie Parker. He's something else, I'll tell you that. That boy's either bold or crazy. You see, when he got back from his tours, he was found in Harlem with the white girl on his arms. But at the time, the white people didn't pay him no mind. The black people weren't paying attention to him either. I guess it's true what they say. Once you've been in those ethers, nobody can touch you. God, I love Mississippi. I really do. The town life, the people, everything. I especially love this little creek back over here because back in Yazoo County, I found a creek, and that creek is sort of like my ethers, my place that sits between my heaven and earth. Only question is, has Mississippi changed?
Are you from her?
Oh, pardon? Oh, am I from here? No, I'm from Chicago. You know, way by New York.
You want one of my auntie's pickles? She jarred them last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, your auntie's pickles. She jarred them last year. Thank you. They're pretty good.
Osby Tilly Jefferson.
Donald Freeman, pleased to meet you. You know, I'm headed over to that Yazoo County. You know, not the town, but there's this little forest over there. You know.
I was leaving midnight. You likes it her?
Yeah, I like Mississippi. Midnight, huh? Listen, I'm a performer, a trumpet player. And you saying that you live by midnight, and that's not terribly far from where my performance is going to be, over down in Yazoo County. I was wondering, maybe you could come over and split a little bit of that backwoods gin, you know.
As temperance.
No, I'm sorry?
As don't partake of the liquid spirits.
Oh, you mean you don't drink? Well, hey, that's all right. You don't have to have a drink or two to have a good time at my show. I'd like to see you. All right, well, here I am, a couple minutes before my show. I gotta be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. You see, I was trying to be like that Charlie Parker I was telling you about earlier. You know, when he rose to his ethers and nobody could touch him. But in order for me to do that, I'd have to be on that stuff. But I tell you, when I tried it a couple years back, I told myself that was the last time I would ever do that. I'd be sweating and the blood in my veins would boil, and I feel like I'm standing on the edge of hell. Like I said, I told myself that'd be the last time, but I gotta come to my ethers. I don't think anybody else can understand. But that's all right, though. It is what it is.
Y'all, give a Yazoo County welcome to Mr. Donald Freeman.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And this next song is for a very special lady. Or should I say special ladies? Thank you, and please. And please, remember to buy yourself a drink or two. You're all special. Every single one of you. Tilly, glad to see you made it.
I got my sister's husband's car. That last song was pretty.
Oh, well, thank you. So are you.
He plays with the Monarchs.
I'm sorry, who?
My sister's husband.
Oh, you borrowed your sister's husband's car, and he plays with the Monarchs. Well, I'll be damned. The Monarchs, huh? You know, they're the best baseball team that ever lived out of the Negro leagues, white leagues, professional leagues, you name it.
They're the best that ever was.
Yeah. Listen, Tilly, I'm really glad that you can make it. You know, there's something about you that just makes me smile naturally, you know? I can't explain it. Like, before you came along, I'd always have to force a smile on my face. But now that you're here, it just does it all on its own. Why do you think that is, Miss Tilly?
Because it's time for you to smile, I guess.
Yes, you're right.
I goes to church almost every day.
Listen, Tilly, I'm really sorry. It just felt natural, you know? It only felt right. I'm sorry.
Who was the last song that you were singing the lady for?
It's a little bit complicated. Let me explain. You see, have you ever had this place in your dream, and when you woke up, you found it? Not that you were necessarily trying to find it, but you just came across it? Well, I found this place, a creek actually, over in the forest over there. And I dreamt about it and I found it. And there's something there that I left that needs to be fixed. I need to go back to it.
Well, what you leave that needs to be fixed?
It's very complicated. See, it's this girl, and I left her, and part of me was still growing inside her. Do you understand?
Yes.
Well, do you think you could give me a ride there?
I don't know. White folks went crazy out there a couple years ago, and they was lynching all kinds of colored men.
I know it's a little bit risky, but if it was you, I would do anything.
You would? All right, I'll take you.
It's about midnight. Tilly decided that she would drive me down to that creek. You know, my ethers. But when we got there, she turned the lights off and she kept her foot softly on the pedal as she began to creep inside the woods. Now, I noticed that she seemed a little bit nervous, a little bit tepid. And when she let me out, she didn't even utter a word. She just spun the car around and crept out the same way she crept back in. So I stood there in the moonlight with Tilly, just heavy on my mind. That's okay, though. I need to go back and do right. So I began walking down to that creek I was telling you about, and I see Tilly's car whipping around the corner. I think she's hurt. Is she in trouble? Tilly! Tilly, is that you? But to my greatest fear, it wasn't. When the car stopped, about 6 or 7 angry white men hopped out, spouting ugly words, saying, "How dare you? How dare you lay your dirty hands on my daughter like that? How dare you? You never do that to a white girl." And I tried to explain that I didn't mean to, and it all happened so fast. As I began to walk over there to talk to them, they threw something on my head and I knocked out. Everything was black for what seemed like an eternity. But then, as I rose to my feet, I found myself standing on one of the circles of hell. My whole right side of my body is numb. I can't feel anything. I can't move my arms. My right eye, I can't see anything out of it. They stand me up on the bed of the truck. Oh God. Oh God, oh God. They have some rope, and I think they're gonna hang me. God, please, don't let them do this to me. Don't let them do this to me. I have a lot to live for. They put it around my neck. I'm looking for that moonlight. Where's my ethers? Where's my moonlight? I think it's gone. But there's a face in the crowd. A beautiful face. Is that Tilly? Oh, it's Lydia.